Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Last week, Google CEO announced that in year 2024, 40% of the jobs going to vanish. Building on that, World Economic Forum predicts that by the year 2025, 85 million jobs going to get replaced by AI. I'm going to repeat, by 2025, and that's a prediction, by the way, and that's a safe prediction. 85 million jobs going to get replaced by AI. Okay, so I'm going to take a step back and give you a context on why I'm establishing this. It's very important to understand what sort of ecosystem we are living in. There you go. So, sir, yeah, can you please keep it a little low? Thank you. So, the important factor here is that we need to understand that the world is shifting, the world is changing, and we need to understand and work today for tomorrow. देखिए हम जो काम आज करते हैं वो आज के लिए नहीं करते, वो future के लिए करते हैं. Let's believe that, number one. So the ecosystem that we live in today is a product of what happened in 1990s. Let's take a walk through that real quick. By the way, I'm going to touch upon a few things. So if you have pen, paper, mobile devices, or your iPads, keep it with you so that you can take pointers on that. Because I cannot deep dive into a lot of things because it's a huge subject. Entrepreneurship in today's world, every industry and every niche is huge. So I cannot go deep dive into all of that. So I'm going to touch upon a few things and leave some crumbs for you. Okay. So it happened in 1990s with the dot-com. The world changed with the introduction of internet, right? So jab internet start hua, that was the first version, the infancy of internet was putting up information, right? That was the first version of internet. We were putting up information. Then there was Web 2. Web 2 was putting up information and then interacting with it. Putting up replies, getting feedback from it, from your users. That was version 2. The phase 3 that we live in today is Web 3. And Web 3 have variants. It's blockchain, it's decentralized. So these are the two key words that you have to keep in mind. That's one thing. The other thing that kept on happening with that breakthrough back in the days was the speed of how we were communicating. So from the first generation to now, in fifth generation, is again, which we call 5G or 5GE, which is again evolution, is where this is the second part of the whole ecosystem. Third thing, the way we communicate. Our communication started analog, then we shifted into digital, then we moved into smartphones, and then of course haptic touch, and then more immersive experience as technology shifted. And when I say immersive experience, I talk about AR, augmented reality, VR, virtual reality, and metaverses. That's going to be the future, near and in a longer run. So that's the third thing. Okay, so when this whole ecosystem is now shaping up, there was one key element which was missing. And it got introduced. It was there, but it wasn't in the mainstream, which we call now AI. It's in the most infant stages that we see it in the masses. But AI always existed, right? Machine learning and AI was always there in industry, in different verticals. We know for a fact that, AI have three basic frameworks. Number one, Oracle. Number two, Genesis. But the thing that the AI made so much difference was the introduction of what? Agents, which we normally call ChatGPT, right? November 2022, the whole world changed, right? Sorry? Fantastic. So I'm going to come back to that. So this is where the whole ecosystem, guys, has sort of completed, has come full circle. We needed speed. We needed a system which could sustain, which is more reliable, which is blockchain, which is more decentralized. It's already there. We needed fast computers, which are already there. And now we have a system which is not here to challenge us, but to assist her and help us be more efficient, which is AI. So that's already established. That ecosystem is kind of complete now, and everything that we're going to work and play and earn and live is going to be between this bubble that I've just shared with you guys. Okay, now the second phase. What's going to happen now? So the paradigm shift is happening at an exponential rate. देखिए पहले चीजें linear होती थी. We used to take 1 step, 2 step, 3 step, 7 step. That's linear, right? That's your linear trajectory जिस पे आपने success या growth हासिल करनी है. It's no more linear, guys. अब linear नहीं रही चीजें. It's exponential. And what is exponential? It's the same thing that you're going to do. 1 step, 2 step, 3 step, up to 7 steps. But it's not going to be 7 step. It's going to be 10 million. That's what exponential is. That's how quick the world is going to change now. And if you're not ready, if you're not equipped, we're not going to left behind. We're not going to exist in this competitive world. That's the reality of it. So I'm going to touch upon a few things that you need to keep in mind before you venture into something, because you got to be sure what you're doing in future. Right? By the way, how many of you are entrepreneurs? How many people own businesses right now? Are running businesses? Okay, quite a few. How many are wannabe entrepreneurs, students, या future में businessman बनना चाहते हैं? Okay, fantastic, fantastic. देखें, guys, it's you are preparing yourself for the world, not just for Pakistan. When you're going to elevate your game to compete with the world, Pakistan's game's gonna get elevated automatically. So let's focus on ourselves. Let's equip ourselves what is needed tomorrow, not today. That's the reality of it. If not, we're still gonna struggle. In such political and economical turmoil, the one thing that I learn from people that I've met, the technology that I see, and things that I've read, it's all about collaboration. It's all about coming together and not solo. It's about helping each other. And also, hold on to that clap. And also, the most important thing, and I'm going to sum it up in a phrase that I use very often, and it's very apt for our society. Remember this, it's a Chinese proverb, and I live by this. If you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go further, go together. That's the mantra that I've seen West use. The masterminds that I've been part of for the past 10, 15 years with Goras is mind-boggling. And this is what we lack. So we're going to work on our weaknesses. We're going to equip all the skills that are needed for the coming future technologies, right? That's what we need. So I'm going to touch upon on those few technology things and pick your own. You don't have to work on all of that because they're all interlinked, by the way. But pick your own, which you resonate the most, and then move forward. Keep marching forward. Because we don't have time, by the way, guys. It's not those old times where, like, things going to take time, those paradigm shifts to happen. हम उठते हैं और 7 दिन के अंदर GPT, chat GPT user 1 million हो जाते हैं, which has never happened in history before. Remember that? Right? So that's how things are moving, how fast things are moving. Okay. When I talk about blockchain, guys, I hear a lot of people talk about blockchain in Pakistan. So for me, I believe in practicality, in making you help find out specific areas of blockchain that you can work, which are going to happen in future. अभी तो बहुत सारे लोग बहुत सारे काम कर रहे हैं blockchain के अंदर. But this is what's going to happen in future in the world economics. And things going to move into decentralized technologies. And blockchain is at the forefront of it. So number one thing that you're going to hear is ETFs. Write it down. You need to understand what ETFs are. You need to understand what tokenization is. Because all the assets in the world, in near and far future, going to move from physical and tangible assets to tokenization. And even your IP, intellectual properties, your digital assets, everything's going to get moved to tokenization. Right? So one thing that we learned is ETFs and tokenization. It's coming. You need to understand what tokenization is. Guys, you're the future. अगर आप अभी समझ नहीं सकेंगे तो फिर बहुत पीछे रह जाएंगे. Yep. Okay. Second thing, जो बहुत important है. We are working on e-commerce. I see a lot of Pakistani people, my people, e-commerce के अंदर venture कर रहे हैं. The whole world has shifted into online business, right? E-commerce. One thing that has already happened in India and China, and they're not making millions, but billions and trillions of dollars through e-commerce. But there's a version of e-commerce that they are focusing. And the world slowly is moving towards it. And near future is going to be part of it. So keep that in mind if you're thinking about e-commerce. Is live commerce. Live commerce is the next version of e-commerce, guys. There's a guy by the name of Jiang Li. There's a day that happens every year, which is called Singles Day in China, okay? And he does 2 days live sessions in which, can anybody guess how much money does he make? He's called the lipstick man. He sells lipstick. What he's doing is all day long, he has all kinds of lipsticks in front of you. He's applying on his lips, and he's selling them. Can you guess how much money he makes in 2 days? I'll make it easier for you. It's not million. It's $1.2 billion. It's $1.2 billion, guys. It's not a joke. So, next thing that we learn is the next version of e-commerce is live commerce. Start adopting it right now. Apply it. Take advantage of it. People are already making it to their use. So start doing it. Focus on that. Okay, next. AI. Huge thing. What are we supposed to do in AI? AI has got so much stuff. It's LLMs. We already know that, we already in the era of generative AI. We are already, in face with pre-trained transformers. So we need to understand what pre-trained transformers are and what the near future is going to be for the masses. Pre-trained transformers are जिनको already data से train किया गया हो. So the ChatGPT version 1 was trained by 700 books, ChatGPT 1. Then 2, thousands of books and few other information that they never disclosed. And the latest version, same goes. They claim that it's open source, but it isn't. So we live, okay, my time's up. So I'm going to sum it up, guys. So the next thing that you can do with AI is work on the GPTs, guys. GPTs are out there. Start making your own GPTs. People going to make money. Two last thoughts that I'm going to leave you with. Number one, you got to learn from history. When America was booming in early 1900s and late 19th century, it was industrial revolution where it generated a lot of wealth. I'm not talking about money, I'm talking about wealth, which is different. Then 60, 70 years back, from industrial revolution, there was a shift, which is called corporate revolution. They started forming corporation. So Jeff Bezos, Bill Gates, and Steve Jobs are the product of that. They created corporation which made wealth for the American and for them and for the people. And now we are living in a world which is about personal brand. Now you see online a lot of personal brands are out there. People like Tai Lopez's, people like Russell Brunson, so on and so forth. I can name a gazillion people. So it's the era of making personal brands. It's easier now. I wish I could get into more of it to give you context, but that's that. So personal brand and creating communities is where that you're going to create wealth for you and for people around you. And last thought that I want to share with you guys is, listen, technology is important. The other side, I know, is evolving, and it's getting better. So we have to compete with that as humans. We have to elevate our game. We have to act selflessly. So the most, or the elevated state of our primal being is, be kind, compassionate, and have integrity. So we gotta work on that as a nation. We lack there. That's one thing that's going to help us use the technology in the right way, because we need conscious leaders. If there is no conscious leadership, this can go pretty rogue, right? And this ecosystem gives you one beautiful thing, that each one of us in this decentralized world is going to give you an opportunity to be a leader and to influence other people in the right manner. So I'll leave you with that. If you have any thoughts, any ideas, if you want to share or go deeper into it, you can always hit me up. I'm available, guys. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. God bless you all.